Welcome to FNGMAT's Ask Atuljo series. The first version of the Stanford MBA What Matters essay are often extremely idealistic or extremely analytical with a growth narrative included in it. From the two versions, growth-oriented essays are the worst if the barriers to growth are not narrated with examples. Although the idealistic narrative sounds like a naive interpretation of what the world could be, often change happens from visionaries who start with such naive interpretations. So, using an idealistic essay in itself is not a bad strategy. It's when you don't allocate enough words to demonstrate your previous attempts at solving a similar problem, is when idealistic narrative sounds unrealistic. I have read an example of a consultant who mostly worked in the nonprofit space, not as an on ground implementation person, but on the strategy side of the company's funding product. Even if the person cited working in the same industry, still the narrative was not believable. Your experience in a particular function is more important than your experience in an industry. So, here are 2 points that you must keep in mind while drafting your Stanford What Matters essay. Number one, don't start with a goals narrative. The second question, why Stanford MBA, offers enough space for you to expand on the motivation behind pursuing the goal. Number two, don't start with a value, but create a narrative around it to show the admissions team that you care about the value. We are wired to remember information in stories. That's a big reason why myths and religion are still relevant. It's a snapshot of some learning that our cultures acquired thousands of years ago. If it was just a fact-based narrative, the information could not have been shared and passed on to us after so many generations. A similar principle applies when you're asked to write the what matters to you the most and why essay. If you start with, let's say, empathy matters most to you, and then you share a narrative, the impact of your essay won't be great. But if you share an example of how you demonstrated empathy through your problem solving, talent management, resource management, or advising clients, then the admissions team will connect with the value that matters most to you. The same principle applies to Yale's commitment essay and Kellogg's values essay. If you want to read the examples of the Stanford MBA What Matters Most to You and Why essay, download FNGMAT's Stanford MBA essay guide from store.fngmat.com/Stanford-MBA-essay-guide.